Well, welcome back. Happy Monday. Happy Moon Day. This is Magdalena Grace. I am just off 2 days of nonstop runes readings at the Viking Festival, so I almost didn't do a reading today. However, I did want to stay the course and guide you as we are just really at the autumnal equinox. There's a lot of energies, a lot of shifting, and I just wanted to welcome you if you're new to my channel. I'm Misty Magdalena Grace. And here, super excited to do a brief runes reading for the week ahead, the energies of September 22nd. So I'm going to go ahead, cleanse and clear the space. If you saw, I did have a new moon, solar eclipse, autumnal equinox reading already. That technically it was still good for today because yesterday was the new moon. It's still the new moon energies today. So this is going to pick up where we left off and take us through this Sunday's energies. And so just really kind of just tap into your intention for the week. What are you looking to accomplish this week? I don't really have much for a report on astrology because I just did that last one. So if you want to look into understanding the new moon and the autumnal equinox, you can go and watch my previous video that I did. But just know it's still like a transition between Virgo season and Libra. So anytime there's a transition, it can be a little bumpy. Um, and so, especially with the autumnal equinox being the equal amounts of day and night, it's exactly 50-50. This is also a time of transition into fall here in the northern hemisphere, spring in the southern. So there's always a lot of shifts anytime there is a shift from one season to the other. So just be aware this is a time we get into like the pumpkin spice era. We get into eating more root vegetables. Things start to, we're into that harvest. We're storing for the winter. So there's a lot of energies that come through the harvest time, and won't go into all of that today, but you may be feeling some endings, and you also may be feeling some new beginnings, like a transition time, and that is so normal. So I'm going to go ahead and call in spirit. I have my runes, I have my clarifying deck. I'm going to just dive right in. If you're new to the runes, just enjoy the ride, and I'm actually going to encourage you to slow down right now and take a deep inhale. Close your eyes, inhale with me, and exhale. Another deep inhale. And exhale. And just think what's been present in your life, maybe over the past few weeks. We're still in that 4-week cycle of the new moon, and you're starting a new week, a new season of harvest, of fall. The leaves may be changing color depending on where you are in the world. And you may be thinking about, oh my gosh, fourth quarter. I do have a workshop this Saturday, which reminds me you can sign up at magdalenagrace.com. That's my main announcement. Other than my upcoming retreats, I do have an amazing ancestral trauma focused release retreat for Halloween weekend, Day of the Dead weekend. If you're really looking to break generational cycles, both health and wealth and relationship stuff, it'd be a good time to go to magdalenagrace.com. You can sign up for a free consultation. Reach out to me if you have questions. info@magdalenagrace.com about any of my retreats, any of my offerings. And of course, if you want a private one-on-one rune reading, this is a general collective reading. You're going to want to go to magdalenagrace.com. If you want like a seasonal reading, if it's your birthday this month, I give discounts. So just reach out to me. Again, if you have any questions. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe my channel. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of the readings and all of my podcast guests. I have a couple podcast guests coming up also in the next 7 to 10 days, honoring Suicide Awareness Month. I only had 2 guests this year, but I always honor that this time of year to focus on mental health and suicide prevention and hope and healing. So it's really a big transition time, like I said. So this reading is already showing me and reflecting that. So go ahead and you can look at these runes, breathe in. I'm going to say the rune and then I'm going to just show it to you. And if you know the runes, you could draw it out if you would like, or say it out loud, but just look at it. That's the most important thing. It's here to wake up, stir something inside of you. Thought, feeling, emotion, memory. So see what's come up. This is Hagalaz, and this is the beginning of the week. Hagalaz. Now with Hagalaz, that means hailstorm. Hagalaz means you might feel like you're getting hit with something in life that may be trying to get your attention. Usually a hailstorm comes in or like a tornado and it just pelts and it slows you down, stops you, gets your attention, right? And then the good news, like every storm, there's a calm before and then there's a calm after. And so Hagalaz is hail, ice, but then it melts into water and nourishes. And a lot of times when there's a hailstorm, like a sudden jolt in your life, it also means, and I'm just going to throw this out there, that maybe it's time to ask for help, whether it's from the divine, whether it's from friends, and or just simply stop, slow down, smell the roses, and be grateful for what you have. So that's the beginning of this week. Tune into that. And then as we move into the middle of the week, we have Gaybo. You can draw this, say it, and look, Gaybo. And Gaybo has been showing up quite a bit. This is an age of Aquarius time we're heading into, right? So it is more about deep, meaningful relationships. So last week, actually, the past 2 weeks, really, I feel like the whole month of September has been about cutting, severing, ending, eclipsing, out with the old, in with the new. So when you think about Hagalaz, this following that tells me that maybe the Hagalaz energy, the jolt, the sudden awareness, the gratitude that for what you have is going to turn into nurturing, beautiful friend and or partner conversations. Maybe the Hagalaz energy, the jolt, the sudden awakeness, does help you maybe not take certain relationships for granted, or maybe the Hagalaz is helping you ask for help and have deeper, richer conversations. This is middle of the week energy. So you can look at this around end of Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday. And then closing out the week, towards the weekend, late Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we have Rhitho. Rhitho. Now, for some of you, Rhitho may mean you're going away this weekend. You're actually physically taking a trip somewhere. Ask for safety and make sure you're protected in that. But then also for others of you, if you're not traveling, Rhitho means it's time to take an inner journey, whether it's a shamanic journey, whether it's a meditation, maybe it's just time out for you to go inward and really reflect. Rhitho, think of our Rhitho reflect. And that way you can kind of prepare for the end of September, Q4. I will say this again, shameless plug. This is also a great weekend to learn and reflect from what happened this month and these eclipse energies, really the past 30 plus days. There's been a lot going on the planet, in the world, in your community, in your home. I have no doubt about this. And so that's why I had this workshop this Saturday from 2 to 6 in Encinitas to help you write down your Q4 health, wealth, and relationship goals. So even if you're not attending my workshop, it's a great time to really reflect and course correct. How do you want to finish the year? How do you want to finish out 2025? You still have 3 months. That's still a lot of beautiful time and energy to make choices, different transitions. And especially if you already felt the energies of cutting, severing, and ending this month, maybe this is a time to really reflect on what didn't work and then recommit to the rest of the year for your health, wealth, and relationship goals. And then I'm going to pull, it's going to be a really short reading today because of the autumnal equinox. I'm going to pull from the Runic Oracle by Richard Lister. It's a beautiful, beautiful visual deck, as well as it includes both the runes and the gods and goddesses. This is a clarifying card. What clarification do you have to take this reading up a notch for us today as the collective? Aha, beautiful. Okay. So this is Othala. Take a look at this. You can also repeat it, draw it, Othala if you'd like. You can pause the recording if you need. So Othala is oftentimes your lineage and your ancestors, and it does connect to family. So the question, the inspiration is, where can I build my tribe? Where can I build my tribe? And the affirmation is, there is power in togetherness. There is power in togetherness. So just really some quick notes. Othala is the rune of hearth and home, warmth around the fire, and ancestry and family. So when this is coming through, look to where your home is and what your home is. Where do you feel safest and with whom? Where do you feel safest and with whom? So really thinking about your home, your family. Maybe this is a great weekend to really take care of your home, take care of your family. And if you don't have family, maybe it's friendships, tribe, gathering. So where can you build stability, safety, and love? Where can you build stability, safety, and love? That's a journal prompt for you. This rune wants you to be surrounded by those who you can trust and have your back. Again, if you don't feel like you have that, I welcome you to my community. I welcome you to my workshop on Saturday and my retreat, Halloween weekend. This is also a time to look at your family stories, past or lineage. Check in with the feelings and vibes around your ancestors. There may be some energies there trying to reach you, which is perfect transition into Samhain, when the season of the ancestors is basically starting now. Fall, the time where the veil is thinnest. So you'll be calling upon your ancestors, considering an ancestral practice this month of October. I'm going to be talking a lot about this, and just so excited that you were able to be here today. So please comment below with questions. What was your biggest takeaway? What is your intention for the week based on the energies of this reading? It's still a lot about shifting sands and reflection and relationships, and really coming back to the core of you. That's what I think about this reading. So comment below. Again, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you to those of you who have donated to my coffee fund at magdalenagrace.com. Appreciate you. And until next time, here's to your best health, your best wealth, by trusting your best wisdom within. And hopefully the runes are helping you with that. And just remember, the best.
Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Hire Magdalena for a runes reading or healing session by emailing support@microdosingforhealth.com.